Okay, so teach me how you want to do it. Go ahead, love.
First, I'm gonna start with these two numbers.
Okay.
And you have, since there's a minus and a negative next to each other, you do KCC.
Okay.
So you keep the 1/3, and you change this to a plus, and
Yeah.
this is positive.
Okay.
So then you have to change the
Okay.
denominators.
Okay.
So
Here, use a different color. Use a different color. Nice work. You have beautiful handwriting. I'm so proud of you.
so then we could do this times 3,
Okay.
and this times 5.
Okay.
That's the same thing.
And then it will be, this one will turn into 5/15
Okay.
plus 6/15.
Okay.
And this gives us 11/15.
Okay. And then what are you going to do
So
next?
then you have to add in this.
Okay.
So then we'll do 11/15.
Yeah.
But this is negative. So 11/15, and then you do minus 3/4. But you don't have to do KCC for this one. And you could have to change the denominator again.
Okay.
So we can be able to add.
Can I ask you a question? Where did this negative come from?
This, because this positive plus, positive, a positive and a negative make a negative.
So right now you got 5/15 and 6/15. Positive and a positive.
Negative 6.
But why?
Because this is negative.
But remember when Dr. K told you that there's this sign and that sign. That's the same thing as when you have hate times hate. When you hate, right? When you hate multiplied by hate, you get what in your heart? Love. Yes, that's right. And when you have a minus multiplied by a minus, what do you get? Plus. So these two, love, another way to think about, I know KCC is something that is taught, but the different ways have to lead to the same correct result. So this right here, this minus with this minus, or this minus with this negative, or this negative with this negative, or this minus with this minus, then these two, love, they become what? They become a plus. And so there's no minus here. Okay, so now we go. Now we are at this phase. Tell me what to do next.
So now we have to change the denominator. So we're going to times this and times this by 4. So this is going to be 44 over 60.
Okay.
And this will be 45, 60, and the minus.
Okay, and what do you go from there?
And then you put this.
What you guys doing?
So
We're just debating two different ways to solve the same problem. So without a calculator, tell me what you think, love. Tell me. That's fine. -1 over. Okay, and then put a box around it. That's your final answer. Okay, so the same way I want to show you, which is good. And that is the correct answer. And if you entered it in the calculator, you get the correct answer as well, right? Can you show me how to enter the whole thing, the expression as given in the calculator?
So it's 1/30 minus -2/5, and then minus again 3/4. and then you press enter, and it gives you negative 1 over 60.
And let me see. You enter it. So good. I'm so happy that you are great with the calculator. That's a very important skill. Okay. Now, I want to show you another way, and it's actually the same way. It's a bit easier, I think, but maybe not. Let's try. Right away. The first things we want to get rid of is I don't like two signs multiplied together, right? So this minus and this negative, or this minus with this minus, or this negative with that negative, these two get combined together. They become what? Positive. Okay, now let's see this. 2 over 5 minus 3 over 4. Does that change? No, stays negative, and 1 over 3. Now, we need to do what we call the LCM or the LCD. LCM, what does LCM stand for?
Least common multiple.
And LCD stands for?
Least common denominator.
They mean the same thing, really, in this topic. So, there's nothing shared. There are no prime factorizations. There are no prime factorizations. There's no shared factors between 3, 5, and 4. Which means that the LCM or the LCD is nothing more than the multiple. And the LCM of 3, 5, and 4 is equal to 60, which is really the product, which is 3 times 5 times 4. Does that make sense? Now, how are we going to get to 60 from each of those numbers? You help me out. You tell me. Let's say with here. How are we going to get to 60 from here?
Times this whole fraction by 20.
So we're going to times this numerator and denominator by 20. We're actually timing it by 1. We're actually timing it by 20 over 20, right? So we're timing it by 1. We're keeping it equivalent. Okay, what about this one? What do we time it by? Numerator, denominator, top and bottom.
We time this one.
To get to 60, from 5 to 60.
We do 5 times 12.
5 times 12, that's right. And this one here, how do we get it to 60?
We times it by 15.
We times it by 15. Now, now help me out. 20 over 60 plus
24 over 60.
24 over 60 minus
45 over 60.
45 over 60. Okay, now, what's a quick way, math genius way to kind of handle this situation right now that we have?
So we would do...
Take a marker. Take it over from here.
We would add these two.
I love it.
And
then subtract from it.
This.
I love it. That's fine. Or we can add the negative. That's fine. Okay, help me out. 20 plus 24 over 60 is how much?
That is 44.
44. I love it. And then you have a minus 45 over 60. Do you see how you arrived at the same situation? So if you have 3 numbers and your 3 fractions, there's nothing wrong with putting the LCM right away. It's actually, if you believe it, you got to 60. Whether you add 2 numbers at a time or add them all 3 together, there's no way. It's all the same way. And the calculators do the same thing. The calculators do the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is it clear? Okay. I'm so proud of you. I really am. I'm so proud of you.